Hello everyone, welcome back to the shed. I'm Lonnie.
Hey, I'm Candace. Welcome back.
Well, today we are going to do the top 10 questions that new eBay resellers ask. We have a YouTube channel, of course, a couple of them, and we also run a Facebook group, so we get the opportunity to see a lot of new eBay sellers asking a lot of the same questions. I'm not complaining because things change. I'm glad people continue to ask the same questions. If everyone just searched the old questions, there would be nothing to talk about a lot of times.
Plus, like you said, things change. If you search, something may have changed from the results you find.
Right. So, yeah, we put 10 of them together. Oh, and by the way, if you're here for the tape giveaway, that's going to be at the end of the video. So skip ahead if you want, or watch these. Okay, question number 1 that we see a lot. How do you find garage sales?
Yes, I get this question a lot because I talk about planning and like how many sales we went to and stuff. So the places I look is, for us, our local newspaper online has a classified section. I go to our local Craigslist for their section on garage sales. I go to Facebook Marketplace. And then don't forget on Facebook to join your local community, city groups that people advertise on. So those are all the resources I use.
Which one would you say is your biggest source? Like, where do you find the most garage sales?
It's probably going to be Marketplace. Marketplace is kind of tricky though, so I'm not going to go into it. But after that, it's going to be your groups. For our area, there's a lot of groups where people post because
Buy sell groups and
buy sell
garage sale
There's
groups.
garage sale groups too. Yes.
And there's a bunch of them.
Yes.
And it takes a lot of time sometimes, doesn't
Yes.
it?
Sometimes I'm in here 2 hours planning our route.
It's not easy.
No.
But the work up front can really help on the back end. Also, let's talk about estate sales too while we're here.
Yes, estate sales, those are generally, for us, advertised on estatesales.net. They also put them on Facebook some and on our local newspaper and stuff, but they all put them on estatesales.net here locally.
Unless they're family run.
Sometimes those are on
Right.
there also, yeah. So if you're looking to go to estate sales, don't forget to check that out. Question number 2, how do you know what to buy for resale?
Okay, I was brand new. I remember when I was new because I remember how frustrating it was. First thing you should do when you first start, I think, sell your own stuff that you don't want anymore. Everybody says that, right? But it's true. Sell your own stuff you don't want anymore. Then after that, to find buying ideas, and this is what I did, and I think it's very important for new sellers. I think that you should watch a lot of YouTube videos, especially like what sold videos, to find out what other people are actually selling. That way it gives you the exposure to a lot of products, bam, 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 bam. And a lot of times people, whenever they're showing showing the things they sold, they might go into a little more detail about what makes this particular one special over this one. Also, Facebook groups are really good for that, like reseller Facebook groups, like the reseller water cooler that we run. A lot of people, especially on the weekends, when they just got in, they want to like share their finds with someone. They'll take pictures of it and of their haul, and people will ask questions about it and stuff. That's a great place to learn new niches to buy in. Mm-hmm. And we have another question, and really, like, for me, when I first started, YouTube was my sole place to pick up this new information about what to buy.
Yeah.
That's the only place I learned.
There really wasn't any groups like reseller groups then.
There were.
Not big ones, and yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, there were, but I the only way that I used when I started was just watch YouTube sellers. And it doesn't mean that all the information you're going to get, you should always take it with a grain of salt. You should always do your own research before putting down, especially if it's going to be a lot of money. That YouTube content creator, that might be an old video. There might be some special circumstances. It might be a viewer that bought that thing from them. And ultimately, whenever you buy something to resell, if it doesn't sell, that YouTuber is not going to help you out with that.
Right.
So it's on you to do your own research. That's why I want to tie part of this answer. I'm not done with that answer yet. I want to tie part of this answer into the next question. Okay, I'm going to get Candace to read the next question because, like I said, we're going to tie this together.
Yeah, so the next question, number 3, is how much should I charge for my item? What should I price it at?
Yeah, okay. So we're going to run through a little bit of a sample scenario here, okay? Because whether you should buy something or not, you want to know if that thing sells on eBay, and also you want to know for how much, because you want to compare what you have to pay to what you're going to get for it later, right? So I want to show you a few things. Like if I'm walking along at the old garage sale and I come across this guy right here. And first of all, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to look at the bottom. I'm going to see who makes it. Oh, wow, this feels really well made. And then I'll look at the bottom, Lennox. Oh, okay, that's cool. But how do I find this? So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my phone out, go to eBay. I'm going to go to image search if I don't know what the heck this thing is. And I'm just going to take a picture of it. Boom. And as y'all see, some of these match and some don't, right? But there's enough of them that match, like Lennox China Jewels Nativity Ox with Lennox box. Ah, okay. That's definitely it. And it has some other things that aren't it, but I was able to find the thing that it is. So, where is it? Right here. So now that I know what that item is, I'm going to go back into search. I'm going to search Lennox China Jewels. I'm going to try and spell it correctly. Ox. Here we go. And if you look at the bottom, we're looking at solds here. I happen to be on sold listings. I'll show you how to switch it off. If we go up to filter here, we can take it off of sold and see the active listings, 44. And you kind of scroll and see what they're priced at. It looks like prices are anywhere between 80 to 100 bucks or so, right? And there's 44 of them. Then if you go back to sold, you can see, whoops, I'm getting beds on someone. You can see the actual sold. So there's 44 currently active. There's 18 solds. There's 18 solds happened in the past 90 days. It's currently early November. So we're moving into the season where those are actually going to get easier to sell. So that may or may not be a buy based on what the price, like if it's $1, the sell-through is going to have to be super bad for me not to buy it. If it's $20, $30, I'm really going to pay attention to that sell-through rate then. I don't use a whole lot of math. We just like to get a good idea of how many are active and how many have sold in the past 90 days and kind of compare. If we see an item where there's like 100 active listings and there's only 5 sold in the last 90 days, that is probably not a great item to buy, with some exceptions. So, what if it's a rare item or you're having trouble finding the item? Let me show you another place you can look. Okay, next step, you click the little selling tag in the bottom right. And then if you scroll down just a little bit, you'll see that research button there. Tap that, okay? And then we're going to type in Lennox. We could have copied and pasted this, I guess. Lennox China Jewels Ox. Okay, we're going to hit search. And it tells us that's an average price of $61.14. But you need to make sure, and how many have sold. That's past. We're set at 90 days here. Does it say how many? Total sellers 18. There we go. But you can do up to a 3-year look back right there. And then if something hasn't sold in the past 90 days at all, if it's something pretty rare, you can actually use that to see how many have sold in the past 3 years. Mm-hmm. And that does come into play, especially with rarer items that maybe you find in an estate sale or something like that, right? So that is something like I find we use that at estate sales more often, don't you?
Yep.
Than garage sales. Garage sales, a lot of times the stuff is so cheap. We're either not comping or we already know what that item is. We run into the same items over and over. Or the buy-in price is so cheap that we're willing to just
Take a chance.
keep it moving,
Yep.
you know. But if you're just starting out and you want to know what to buy, this is how you figure it out. You figure it out by going around looking at stuff, comping it, looking at how well it sells, looking if it sits a long time, watching YouTube videos, using this is called Terapeak or
Product research.
it's called product research.
And
now.
let me just mention something real quick. Don't be afraid to pull out your phone and comp at sales. They don't know if you're texting a friend, if you're taking a picture of the item to send to a friend or
Right.
something. You know, they don't know what you're doing.
I've never been called out about
No.
that ever.
So don't be hesitant to pull out your phone and comp an item.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Question number 4: is my item fake? This can pertain to handbags, purses, clothing, jewelry. There's fake video games out there. There's a lot of things out there that can be counterfeited.
As a matter of fact, before we started shooting this video, I opened up the Reseller Water Cooler Facebook group. Scroll down a little bit. There's a Louis Vuitton purse somebody found at the thrift. Is it fake? Been at this for a while now. Been in a lot of other Facebook groups too, including the one that we run. It is extremely rare for someone to post a Louis Vuitton purse or a Rolex. There's a few other things. Very rarely does someone post a picture of that. Is my item real or fake? It's almost always fake.
Yeah.
When it's that. When it's Louis Vuitton
The
and
really high-end
the
stuff.
super high-end stuff.
But there's other stuff that may sell for maybe $200 that gets counterfeited also.
Right.
So what do we recommend is joining those types of groups. There's also specialty groups like, is my handbag fake?
Right.
So yeah, definitely.
That's after you've bought the thing.
After
now.
you bought it and you're not, if you're not sure, if you're not well versed in identifying real versus fake, go ahead and try to find out before you list that item.
Yeah. My advice on luxury items is, if you don't know and it's a pretty good bit of money you have to put out, keep moving. I wouldn't even I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't buy it at all, because we're even scared to buy like Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Yes, or like Michael Kors purse. In fact, in the last 3 years or so, I think there's maybe less than a handful of items that we bought because we are just not good at identifying. So we just
And we know how many fakes are out there.
yes,
Even video game cartridges. There's like Pokemon, like another one to look out for. Pokemon cartridges, like for Game Boy or GBA or I don't know about DS so much. But a lot of times those are fake, and it's not, to a novice, it's not really easy to tell, especially if you don't open up. Even NES carts, there's lots of fake stuff out there. And unfortunately, new sellers a lot of times have to get burned a few times.
yep,
Facebook groups, I think, are very crucial with this, because like in our Facebook group, we are general resellers, right? But in our Facebook group that we run, there are people that specialize in video games, handbags, jewelry,
yep.
watches. Like there are
Nikes, that's a big one.
Nikes. That is.
We
Like,
don't buy Nikes because there's so many fakes out there.
very rare. Like we do occasionally, but man, and it always pays to like look at your surroundings that you're at. Like if you're at a thrift store and you're seeing Louis Vuitton, chances of that being real,
It happens. People have found $1 million paintings at thrift stores.
it's almost zero.
But at least get it checked out by people that know before you put it up for
It's
sale.
if it's still sitting in a thrift store, it's not real, y'all. It's not. I feel comfortable in. However, if you're at a high end estate sale, right, $3 million house, rich stuff all over the place, it doesn't mean to let up your guard, but it does mean that if you see that Louis Vuitton purse, really good chance it's real.
Yeah.
You know, But if you're at a garage sale and you see, what's a Walmart brand?
Faded Glory.
Yeah, if you're if you're at a garage sale and all you see is Faded Glory clothing for sale everywhere, and then all of a sudden you come across a Rolex watch at that same sale,
Sitting out on a table.
sitting out on a table.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a real Rolex. Ever, never, ever is it. So when you're not sure with luxury goods, I would say don't buy them.
Yeah.
Until you get more experience.
Unless you can pick it up for $1, but then, like I said, get it checked out before you list it. Number 5, you've listed your item, or you're listing your item. How do you know how much to charge for shipping?
Get this a lot because there's 3 options: calculated shipping, flat rate shipping, free shipping. And for new sellers, I would recommend you don't do flat or free shipping. And I'm not saying that like there's not a place for that later, but if you're brand new, the safest thing to do, and we still do this too, calculated shipping is the way to go. And I'm going to show y'all real quick. We have a listing pulled up here that we're going to, like, we're working on this listing. I'm going to make it a little bigger for you here. And let's go down to that shipping section there. Got over other stuff in here, blah, blah, blah. Okay, shipping. Standard shipping, small to medium items. Okay, well, let's say, now this is important here, okay? This is the actual dimensions of this package once it's packed. Not before it's packed, because packing materials weigh something too. And when you're first starting out, what I would recommend is to either pre-pack your item and then weigh it, or take all the packing materials that you're going to pack the item with, because you should have your box ready already before you even list it, in my opinion, especially as a new seller. Throw all that stuff on the scale and see what it weighs. And let's just say that this particular book is going to ship at 3 pounds, and I'm going to use a 1210 4 box for it. And here's where you can do calculated or flat rate shipping. We're going to go with calculated, because what that does, it's going to automatically figure out what the shipping should cost from you to the buyer, because it's going to be different depending on where they live. So eBay will take that work on for you. We ship just about everything USPS Ground Advantage, but if you click over here, you can change the service.
And you can see the prices too, like it's showing you the range.
Showing you a range.
Yep.
This particular thing does qualify for USPS Media Mail. I'm going to leave it on USPS Ground Advantage just for this demonstration. So yeah, we're all set. Now, if you did want to go the free shipping route, you could click this button and it would offer free shipping. Yeah, and that's it. That's how we still do it today. We don't guess. We do estimate on weights and dimensions just because we have some experience. But this is exactly how we know what to charge. We let eBay figure it out for us. One other thing, almost forgot this. So whenever your buyer, your potential buyer looks at your listing, you can choose to either, whenever you buy your postage on eBay, you are getting like a special commercial rate. Like it's a fairly discounted rate that you're getting, and you have the option as a seller to choose to pass on your discount to your buyer, or you can charge your buyer full retail rate and you can pocket the difference, because like you might be, if you charge your buyer full retail, you might be charging them $8, but then it's only going to cost you $6 to ship it. So now you have $2. And a lot of people like to say, well, I'll use that $2 to offset some of the fees, pay for some of the packing materials, cover my time for packing their thing, whatever it is. The only thing I would caution you about is, do that if you like, pass the discount on to your customer if you like or not, but just know that the total price could be a factor in whether the person decides to buy your item or not. So that's why we choose to go ahead and pass the discount on. But if you want to change that, you go to eBay, upper left-hand corner, account settings. Okay, I'm going to make this a little bigger so y'all can see it. And then we're going to go down to selling preferences. I think that's it. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. And then this all listings and orders section here. No, this is not the right place.
Shipping preferences.
I'm sorry, shipping preferences. I was thinking of something else. Okay, here we go. So we have shipping discount settings right here. eBay discounted rates is what we're set at, but you can edit it right here. And this is where you could choose to do eBay discounted rates, standard rates without discount, that would be full retail, or you can do a custom percentage off standard carrier rates. Unless you're an advanced seller, you know, you kind of know what you're doing, I would stay away from that one. I would either do this or that. And that's just my opinion. And the reason is that not all the discounted percentages on postage are the same. It's hard to predict. Sometimes a certain package, you might get 40% off of the retail rate you would pay in the lobby, or sometimes you might get 10% off. Or sometimes with media mail packages, you don't get any percent off. Media mail ships at the same price, whether you're shipping commercial rate or retail rate. But this is where you can choose whether to offer those discounted rates to your customers or not. This next question might be the question I see more often than any other question. Mm-hmm. This is the number one question new eBay sellers ask.
Yes. So you've sold your item and then they've paid for it and you get a message. I put in the wrong address. I need it shipped to this address. So they bought it and they want it shipped to another address than is what on the eBay order. So what do you do?
Okay. So
I'll answer it if you want.
This is, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. So it kind of depends. And what we usually recommend to new sellers is go ahead and tell them, no problem. I appreciate your order. What we're going to do is I'm going to cancel the order and you can repurchase and put in your correct address.
Yeah. That is never the wrong answer. Like if someone doesn't tell me like anything about like the price of the item or the situation or anything, and I give that answer, that answer is never going to be wrong. Cancel order, relist item, message buyer. I'll message the buyer and I'll say, hey, I canceled it and I relisted it right here. Make sure you change that address in your account before you purchase it and it's ready to go. And
let me stop you real quick. Whenever you do that cancel, it's going to be at buyer request because they reached out to you with the wrong address.
Or you can use problem with address.
Yes.
That's in neither one of those.
Yeah.
Will go against you in any way.
Make sure you select one of those though.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And then the other thing, having said that, over the years, I've probably done this 100 times. If it's something, I don't know, let me go in here and look at, let's see. Let's say I sell these spark plugs for $10 and guy emails me or messages us right after we sell it. And he goes, oh man, I just moved. I forgot to change the address. Can you ship it to this address instead? If I'm in the mood, if I feel good about it, if I don't get any bad vibes, that's a $10 thing.
If they have a lot of good feedback.
Yeah. If I feel okay about it, then I might choose to just go ahead and edit the address whenever I buy the label and ship it to the address. Now, there are some people that say that as long as you have proof that the customer asked you to ship it to that different place, you're okay. I've never once encountered someone asking me to ship it to a different address and I did it and then it came back to bite me.
Right.
But I've also never done it in what I consider to be higher risk situations.
Right.
So
high item prices or the original address is Florida and they want you to ship it to Canada.
Right, or yeah,
or California or
anything
whatever,
weird. We've never had a problem with that. However, the safest way to go is just to cancel, relist, and then have them buy it again with the correct address.
Number 7, I had someone send me a best offer. I accepted it, and they still haven't paid. It's been 2 days now.
Or the same thing could go for like an auction.
Yes, auction. We had that happen recently, actually. Auctions, it ended 3 days ago. They still haven't paid. What do I do?
Right. So it's going to be up to you as far as like communication with the buyer. At this point, usually nowadays, eBay, even on offers, a lot of times they will automatically, the buyer will put their payment information. It'll automatically get paid for as soon as you hit accept. But I don't think they're doing that with auctions yet. They're supposed to be doing it soon. And it still happens on best offers sometimes too.
Yes, every once in a while. Yeah.
So what do you do? So typically what we choose to do, I don't even message the buyer because it used to be like this. I assume it still is. eBay's probably already nagging them about
Reminding them. Yep.
it. So I don't even mess with it. I just wait. So you can choose. Let me go back to the computer here, and this is what we do. Okay, we're going to go back to account settings. I'm going to click on that just to kind of go through the motions. We're going to go back to selling preferences. This is where I was trying to go to earlier. And then you have, under all listings and orders, you have preferences for items awaiting payment. We're going to edit that. Select how long buyers have to pay for items. After that time, items still awaiting payment are automatically canceled 4 days. So you can change this to up to 30 days if you want. 4 days is the minimum. So, also automatically relist canceled items.
Yeah. Well,
I have that turned on.
Up here also.
Oh, and then automatically cancel unpaid items.
After 4 days.
After 4 days. So we have that automatically set. If someone doesn't pay, it's going to automatically cancel. After 4 days, then it's going to automatically relist. There's also a place to exclude buyers from this.
Yes.
Like in the situation, you may want to do that is somebody bought this tape measure and you're like, hey, I'm listing some more tape measures, so make sure you stay tuned. I'm going to list some more tomorrow. Oh, well, can I wait a few days and look at the ones you list to see if I want to add some more to my order? Yeah, but if you do that, it's going to automatically cancel your order before I'm able to get them all listed. What can we do? We can just add their name here and it'll exclude them from all of this. So what do? I just do nothing. I'll let eBay do its thing. Typically they will pay. I used to message them. I used to send invoice. I used to do all that stuff. I don't even feel like doing that anymore in most cases.
Yeah.
I just don't.
Yeah, we let eBay take care of it.
If you want to do that, that's fine. But I found that usually if somebody's going to pay, they're going to pay. If somebody's not going to pay, they're not going to pay. You know?
Yep.
So it's a lot easier. And really, those occasions don't happen near as often as they used to because of all the ways that eBay has of automatically getting paid now that they didn't used to have.
Number 8. Should I leave my packages at the post office without getting them scanned, or should I wait around in line and get them scanned and grab a receipt? I always get them scanned and get a receipt.
You think so?
Proof. Yes.
Okay.
I think that you need proof that you handed over that package to someone, because if you don't and it disappears without getting scanned, you're on the hook.
That's right.
Yeah. Is it on the hook? Or yeah, I guess.
Yeah, you're on the hook.
You're not
for it.
off the hook.
No, you're not off the hook. USPS is off the hook. This is very similar to the question about changing address. The answer that's always correct is to get your butt in line, wait in line, present the packages or the scan sheet or whatever to the clerk, make sure they scan it, get your receipt, all that good stuff, and that's the safest way, right? But in the past, when I would take my packages to the post office, I would just drop them off on the counter on the right-hand side, and they would get to them later, and they would scan them then. That was risky.
It was. In fact, just a few weeks ago, I saw on the Facebook water cooler group where someone did that, and then their package never got scanned, and it disappeared.
Right.
So that's the risk you take. If you want to take that chance, that's fine.
That's on
just
you.
know that it will be on you if that happens. Some post offices now have, they have installed machines that you can scan yourself and drop the package in something. We don't have that, but That is scanning the item in when you do that also.
I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's what I've been told. I don't know.
Okay.
We don't have one. So.
Okay. Yeah, but the safest way is to always get that scan.
Yeah.
We have our packages picked up. Our carrier already knows it's her job to scan them all. If your carrier's not scanning your packages, you might want to say, hey, look, because some carriers they'll just pick the packages up and they'll scan them later or something. What if they drop one or one falls out the truck or something like that?
Yep.
I would just have a conversation with them. I would say, hey, look, eBay, I'm an online seller. I don't really care, but eBay metrics, that's important to my account for selling on eBay. They want these to get scanned when they're picked up. So if you could go ahead and scan them for me, I would really, some kind of conversation like that to get them to scan your packages.
Keep it pleasant and nice. Yeah.
Right. And get the packages scanned, because if they don't, here's what happens if it doesn't get scanned. Let's say it never gets scanned, and then the package gets lost, and then you're using Ground Advantage. You had $100 insurance automatically for free, but if USPS never shows they have possession, they're not paying you.
Nope.
If you have a scan where they has possession of the item, I think it actually says that.
And then they lost it.
Now you're going to get reimbursed up to $100.
Yep.
No, there's not even a question about that. You're going to get reimbursed. So get your packages scanned, and unless you feel like rolling the dice.
Yeah.
I'm a gambler. I don't like to wait. Sometimes I roll the dice.
Question number 9. My customer says they never received their item, but the tracking shows that it was delivered.
Yeah, so this actually happens a pretty good bit.
Yeah.
This is one that you are 100% covered on. We've actually had this happen like a ton of times over the years. Never lost, okay? So here's the deal. Customer says they didn't receive item, and you're showing delivery scan like Candace said. So the first thing I do is I message the buyer. I said, look, I'm going to take a look at this, but check with other people in your household, check with neighbors if you can. You may even want to check with your carrier or leave a note for them. Ask them, hey, I was supposed to have a package. You knew where it is. Those are the 3 things I would tell them in a very nice, pleasant way, right? Sorry for the inconvenience, blah, blah, right? After that, like if they reply and they said, nope, no package, the best thing to tell them to do is to say, well, look, according to eBay, I'm supposed to have you file an item not received case. Open an item not received. Just, advise them to open the case. Mm-hmm. They open the case, and I know that sounds weird, telling somebody to open a case against you. When the case is open, you reply to the case. You have an opportunity to put in the tracking number and hit submit, and then that's it. The other thing I would do is I would go ahead and go back into that case again, and you can choose to message the buyer and say, hey, look, I put the tracking number in. Please check with, and that same thing I told y'all a minute ago, put that in. Please check with other members of your household, ask your carrier, etc. Put that all in. Make it really super duper nice and pleasant. And the reason I put that there is not for the buyer. I do that for just in case they call and get an eBay rep to go look at it. They'll see how cooperative and friendly and nice you're being. But in the end, what happens with these cases, if you put in a tracking number that shows delivered.
Super important. Put that tracking number. Yes, it's already an eBay system,
right,
but you have to put it in that case.
Right.
Sorry.
And then, that's fine. You got all excited. But once you put that in, and it's going to take some amount of time for eBay to do their investigation. They're going to close the case in your favor. You're not going to have to pay the person any money. Now, eBay may choose, it's up to them. They might choose to make the buyer whole out of their own funds, but you're not going to have to pay a thing. We've been through that a bunch of times. I imagine normally it's going to be carrier error.
Yep.
Or something like that, or we've had it happen before, depending on who your carrier is. They might be running late, and they might skip your stop, and they might scan your package
and
as
bring
delivered,
it the next day,
and then bring it the next day.
Yep.
I've even seen that happen.
Yep.
So yeah, but you never have to pay for that one. That's not on you. eBay has seller protection for that.
Question number 10. I'm going on vacation, so I won't be able to ship my items. What can I do?
Okay, we see that question a lot too, because just about everybody takes a vacation at some point or has something they're not going to be around to ship their orders or whatever. There's actually 2 ways you can do this. Number one, you can bulk edit your items and change your handling time. I guess I can show them how to do that real quick, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So if you don't want to go into vacation mode or eBay time away mode, you still want your stuff to be active and available for sale. But normally you have a handling time of 1 or 2 days or whatever. And you just want to make it a little longer so that your items aren't going out late. Because like maybe you're taking a long weekend or something like that, right? What you can do, I'm on my eBay active listings for this store. I'm going to edit all 1,879 items. That's going to take a minute. I didn't know I was going to be doing a bulk edit in this video, but here we are. It takes it a minute while it's loading all the items up or whatever, because we have a lot. Okay, got it. Okay, so what you do, you just click here. 1876 of 1876 items selected. We're going to click bulk edit. We're going to go to handling time. If you have business policies on, this does not apply to you. That's going to be a whole different thing, right? And what you can do is you can change the handling time on your items up to 40 business days.
Wow.
But if I was going to have a 40 business day handling time, I would make it real clear in the listing that's what's going on. Because most people don't even pay attention. They expect you to get it out next day or a couple of days later. But this is where you can do it. And I'm not going to go through that because we're not going to do that to our store. But the other way is eBay time away. It's vacation mode, right? And this is how I always find it. I just Google it. And then I make sure that I'm going to, and you can see I've been here before. I just make sure that I'm clicking on an actual ebay.com link. Time away eBay. And from here, you can go to time away settings, schedule time away, and you can either choose to pause sales or allow sales. Pause sales, it just makes sure people can't buy the stuff from you at all. So you can't make any sales while you're gone. Most people tend to do allow sales for up to 15 days while you're away. You put in the start date and end date of your vacation, and you hit apply, and eBay will automatically change like the projected time the buyer is going to get the item on the listing page. It'll also put a little message saying buyer is away until such and such date, right? So if you do that, then you can still sell while you're away. Now the one thing, let me go back a screen. I would recommend that y'all go to this page and take a really good look, because there are some situations here where, like, let's say you accepted an offer 2 days ago and they haven't paid yet, and then the next day you're going to start your vacation, and so you go eBay time away and you schedule your vacation. 10 minutes later, that person that owes you money from a couple of days ago, they pay. Well, guess what? That policy, that time, eBay time away, wasn't in effect when they bought your item. So that item still has to be shipped. We've been put in that position quite a few times.
Yes, we have.
So
we've taken stuff with us on vacation to ship.
Another thing to consider is that, like, if you're like us, every day I'll usually go send offers to watchers from the active listings and send offers to watchers and blast out a bunch of offers. Seller initiated offers, according to the documentation anyways, seller initiated offers will not fall under that extended handle or eBay time away. It'll be under your normal, it'll be just like if you sold it today.
Yes.
Now, if you have a buyer initiated offer come in and you accept it, then that will, buyer initiated offers, that will, the eBay time away settings will apply to that. Mm-hmm. So just a few little things. I would highly recommend that whenever you're doing this for the first time, I would go ahead and, just read through everything, on this eBay time away page. It tells you everything you need to know. And it also has the link to go to time away settings. So that is the 10 most common questions we get from new eBay sellers. If you have any that you think we might have missed that should be in that top 10, put them down below. If you think we answered any of these questions really poorly, put that down below too, because people love reading the comments, and that's kind of a way to check to make sure we're not steering people wrong. Mm-hmm. So, we
have some tape to give away.
American Bubble Boy, my go-to tape. We're going to announce the winner for that. Let's go.
Yep.
All right, before we head out, we have some unfinished business. We have 993 comments, and people want to win some tape.
Yes, 10 winners will get a 4-pack roll of tape, a coupon code to redeem for free.
Yeah, you'll get a free 4-pack of 3-inch performance tape.
From American Bubble Boy.
From American Bubble Boy, $17.99 I think is the value. So we're giving away $180 worth of tape. Yep. And it 4-pack don't sound like a lot, but it's 110 meters or yards. I don't remember. It's long. It's a lot of it. So we have Comment Shark set up. Number of winners 10. Text search tape. Candace, let's go. Let's let it rip.
Here we go.
Allison Bird 1564. Good tape is always beneficial to shipping. Susan Huing. Tape. Smiley face. Wesley Yancey 3069. Tape, and need more tape. That might be cheating. He did 3 tapes. I don't know. What do you think, Candace? Let it go? All right, We'll let it go. Pedro. You need good tape when shipping items out. True. Taby Marie 2859. Tape. Smiley. All right. Kathy Miller 9994. I have never used 3-inch tape but would like to try it. That's a good thing because that's what this is. I have learned so much about packing from your videos. Thank you so much for sharing your expertise. And thank you for watching, Kathy Miller 9994. NASCAR Man. What? NASCAR Man 3345. Hey Lonnie and Candace, love the videos. Hope you are very happy with this new tape they're making. Keep up the great work. Just so you know, it's Derek. I know it was. The Hot Wheels Guru. We did a video together. Yes, we did. Derek helped me.
Man, that was probably 4 years ago.
4 or 5 years ago. Yeah. I had a bunch of old Hot Wheels, didn't know exactly what I had, and kind of went through them with Derek on a video. Yeah, it's NASCAR Man. Okay, cool. Glassfish 73. That's the year I was born too. Both of us actually. Mm-hmm. Tape. You two are so much fun to watch. Well, congratulations, Glassfish. R. Schroeder. Packing tape quality is huge. Okay, and MX, oh man, look at this one. MX Wake, time to tapestry. I don't know if it counts that or not. So I'm sure, there's plenty more coming though. My ideas and wrap this competition up in some sticky tape. Wow, how do you know he's going to wrap this competition up?
Yeah.
Is that the last one? Yeah, oh my God, they did. They wrapped the competition up. They're the last one. Up in some sticky tape. No tape too small. No pun too sticky. I'll tape over any flaws with duct tape precision. Stick my creativity down and keep it rolling like a well-taped box. Well-taped box rolling. Okay. Every idea I have gets taped together like a master. Is this some AI stuff or something?
I know. This is like an eBay description.
No sticky tape left behind. Watch me tape the competition to the floor. What? This is crazy. And duct tape my way to the top. Rocket ship. I'm not here to just win. I'm here to leave a tape mark. This is AI.
Yeah, there. You can't even see the whole thing. Look.
Sealed with a tape bow on top. If you think you could stop me, you're about to be stuck. What? Okay, we're just going to leave it there.
Yeah.
We could see on YouTube. But yeah, congratulations to all 10 winners. Here is what we need y'all to do. Please, the 10 of you that won, please email us at shedflips@gmail.com and just tell us your username on
Exactly how it appears on here.
exactly how it is here. And all we're going to do, we're going to ask you to
Perform a task.
perform one task. Real simple. It'd just be like posting a word somewhere or something. We just have to do that to make sure nobody's like trying to pretend
Claim,
like they're
yeah.
you.
Yep.
Because someone can easily make another YouTube account that looks very similar to these. So we just want to be real careful there. So yeah, just email us. We'll tell y'all what to do, and then we send you the code, and then you get the free tape in a couple of days. So thanks a bunch to everyone that participate. If you didn't win,
I'm gonna pack it.
I'm going to pack it as doing the same giveaway with a lot fewer people, because I'm going to pack it videos only get what, maybe 1,500 to 2,500 views per video.
Yeah.
So if you want to enter again, check out the next I'm Gonna Pack It video on this coming Sunday. And I'll announce the competition there. It'll be the same rules though. It'll be put tape in your comment. I'm gonna draw 10 winners. You'll have a much higher chance of winning. Also, if you don't wanna just try and win tape and you're like, okay, I got money, I'll just buy the damn stuff. There are links down below to buy some tape with 5% off code. I've ordered the 40 pack of 3-inch performance tape, the 2.7 mil, and it should be in tomorrow.
You've been using it for over a month. We got sent a pre-release roll.
Well, I only got one roll.
Yeah.
But I used almost all of it, and then I hung on to it. So yeah, and also in that next I'm Gonna Pack It video, I should be using that tape. Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully. It should come in by tomorrow.
Right.
So yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Thanks a bunch for watching, and we will see y'all again very soon. Bye, y'all.
Bye.